Silence! It's time! It's time! It's
time for another episode of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Grab a sentence pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a sentence pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a sentence pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a sentence pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Sit back to the back of the back of the grab a sentence pack, sit back to the back of the back of the grab a sentence pack, sit back to the back of the back of the grab a sentence pack, sit back to the back of the back of the grab a sentence pack, sit back to prepare to laugh. It's the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 33 of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. I'm your host this week, Gingerboy. I am joined by Vincent. No, I'm not. He's not here. I am joined by the Jack of Hearts.
Hey, I'm back.
He is back. After a week's absence, I think. It's only been a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah, funny story. Funny story about laptops and stuff. If you go on to a lot of malicious websites, or, if you're just screwing around with your computer, hey, you know what? Your computer might go down in flames.
Like what kind of malicious websites, though?
But,
we told you to stay out those damn porn websites, man.
I think the bank only gives you so many credit cards.
Then they just start charging you.
But real talk, though, that little hard disk thing corrupted, and I tried to repair that, no go. So here I am with a brand new desktop.
If your hard disk drive got corrupted, why didn't you just buy a new one?
I thought it was a good idea to invest inside of another computer since I needed to upgrade anyway.
Makes sense. So you got a new computer now?
Yeah, so I got a new computer. It works better than the laptop.
That's good. Good. And then we are also joined by as you already know, Knuckles. Talk.
I am Vincent. Thank you for asking. No, I'm here. Been drinking, getting frustrated with Google, and yep, that's pretty much it. How have you been doing, Gingerboy?
Wait. That's the sound of the beer opening. I'm doing better now. I've been drinking as well. It is today is Thursday. It is Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday and payday. I'm excited.
Today was payday for me, so.
Well, payday's for me tomorrow. So boom.
Payday was actually for me today and yesterday because I opted out of my Walmart stock and got a free $120.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Buy some cool stuff. Not really, but no. Pretty much the excitement. I'm like, it's kind of funny. So I'm gonna tell this last week, I forgot. So I got this new mic, as you guys heard from last episode, and I posted a picture of it on Facebook when I first got it. I got a lot of likes and comments and stuff on it, and one of the people I work with is all my friends, a friend of mine on Facebook. And I bumped into him at work. He's like, "Oh, cool. So what's that mic for?" I'm like, "Oh, I do this podcast. It's it's on iTunes." "Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check it out sometime." And he walked away. I'm like, "What? You want the name?" He already walked away at this point. So he's gonna check it out, but he doesn't know the name or anything. So
yeah.
Well, okay, cool. No, that's pretty fun.
If you're actually gonna fake someone out, try to get the name.
I don't know. He could. He all he had to do was look at my Facebook account, and you pretty much figure out from there how to get to it.
Yeah.
I said that was kind of funny. No, but Vincent is unable to join us again this week. Something came up again last minute, so we will be Vincent-less again. But we will venture on into. I don't think anybody's been playing anything newsworthy this week, are they?
Real quick.
Knuckles,
Knuckles,
go ahead.
I just bought a pot filter.
A pot filter?
A pop filter.
I thought it said pot filter too.
Well, I wouldn't announce it over the internet, but okay. Like, good for you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, guys, I bought this pot filter, and it really seems really good. I just get so relaxed.
Just keep rolling the furry wall.
Nah, I just bought a pop filter for my mic. So
Very nice.
I can't wait till that gets here Monday.
Nice. I'll probably pick up one. I'll probably order one this weekend as well.
I thought you already ordered
No,
yours.
I decided not to. I spent a bunch of money on other stuff already on my last paycheck. So no, but moving on. Jackie boy, did you have anything to talk about game wise?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. I actually have beaten a couple of games from the span of not talking with you guys last week and this week. So what I ended up doing is I played through Limbo on the Vita.
Nice.
Pretty good game, pretty comparable port. And, well, really, it's really atmospheric. And if you haven't tried it for the PC, and if you have a Vita, honestly, spend the money for this thing.
It's on like every.
Or 360,
It's on like every
or
console,
PS3,
It's on every console.
except for the new ones.
or wherever the hell you want to play it on. You know, it's a great game. Try to get it for dirt cheap when it's on sale, obviously, because it's
Actually,
like only
if you
couple
have
hours.
if you have a 360 and you want a couple good games, especially with Limbo,
Yeah.
there's a 3-pack that comes with Limbo, Explosion Man, and Trials HD.
Doesn't
there
it
you
have
go.
Braid on it
Mhm.
as well, or is it just those three?
I think it's just
Oh, okay.
those three.
Yeah, it's like $10. So I think I've seen that before.
Nice,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a hell of
like-
a deal right there.
All I don't really care much for Explosion Man, but Limbo and Trials HD is really fucking
All
fun.
three of those games are really good.
Yeah. You know, the reason how I got Limbo to begin with is because the PlayStation Network, like a couple weeks back, had their own like 14 games in 2014 sale. So I ended up getting 5 games, one of them being Limbo, like Velocity Ultra, let's see, The Walking Dead Vita, which is like about $5.
For the whole season.
Yeah, for the whole season.
Yeah, nice,
Then you have like Metal Gear Solid, like Peace Walker, which was like $7.
nice. Had it for 3 years. Haven't played it yet.
I know.
Has anyone heard of the game called Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z?
No, I don't really pay. I never paid attention to Dragon Ball.
Honestly, I have no interest in that. And I'm a
Well,
Dragon
I
Ball
wouldn't
Z
either
fan.
because I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan too. But something as stupid as a Battle of Z,
They're
Is
battling
that
for a
really-
letter.
pretty much.
Are they battling for a letter, or they just can't figure out ways in order to exploit that franchise even further? It's one or the other.
So we need a new fighting game. Let's add this. We need more semicolons.
Yeah, they had
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z Tenkaichi
Semicolon.
Extreme Mega Edition
Semicolon.
5 Force.
Yeah, I can just see the logic over like Bandai Namco and stuff, like their headquarters. Like, okay, we need a new Dragon Ball Z game. Let's go ahead on our dartboard and let's just throw a couple of darts on what the name's going to be and just release it. You know, it's like, okay, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, one dart, Budokai. Okay, another dart, Tenkaichi.
All right, now we need a
Super
vowel.
special awesomeness.
We-
Now we need a vowel. It's like all you. Oh, okay. We're just gonna release it on the Wii U.
Yeah,
It'll be-
dang it! You took my
it'll sell
joke.
millions.
God.
But other than well, to get a little bit back here, other than Limbo, I played through the entirety of The Last of Us on the PS3.
Oh.
Oh
And
my god, I've never played a game where I've simultaneously loved playing it and absolutely am frustrated with playing it.
yep. Wait, frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated
on.
with playing it. Well, you know how certain
Let me guess real quick before you continue. You were frustrated about your friendly AI.
that was one part.
Try to be sneaky and just walking around loud.
Nobody
Hey,
notices.
how you doing? God damn it!
Well, the good thing about the AI, your AI on your team though, is like the things don't even like recognize them. So
Well, you know what? It is distracting regardless. You know, you're trying to be
Oh,
stealthy,
yeah.
and all of a sudden they dart out right in front of you inside the line of the view of the person that's like, or the clicker, or the raider, or wherever the hell.
And they don't even notice.
It's really noticeable, especially if it's like a cause of you getting killed a couple number of times.
I never got killed because of it. Because like, well, I mean, with Ellie, they don't like. She could just run out and like bump into him, and they wouldn't even notice she's there. But
Yeah.
if you have those few times in the game where you have a third AI partner, those are the most frustrating parts. Like, there's only a couple sections of the game where that happened though. But like, the clickers and the raiders and stuff, they can see the third AI partner though, and they do the same thing as Ellie. They just walk out in the middle of the freaking this like the danger zone, and then they cause a huge war and you die.
Okay.
Well, it's time to fucking kill everything now. So much for stealth. Or you're like me and you just reload the last checkpoint because you don't want to actually fight them. You just want to sneak your way through the entire game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. Have both of you guys actually played through and beat the game?
I beat the game. Knuckles
Okay.
played for 10 minutes.
I played it. No, I played for probably about 3 hours, which to a normal game is equivalent to 10 minutes.
Yeah, it took me almost 15 hours in order to beat that game.
About the same. I think it was probably between 10 and 12 or so.
Well, the thing about it was, my frustration didn't really stem... Well, actually, before I get into frustration, I should just say what I liked about the game. I liked the story. I liked the atmospheric nature of the game. It's very well presented. The artisticity of, like, the character models, the environments and stuff, that was really good. I thought that was really great. It's the best-looking game I think Naughty Dog's come up to date with. And quite frankly, in certain ways, I think that this is probably the best game that Naughty Dog's actually come out with. But for fun-wise, for me, oh man, I was having trouble. Well, obviously, for one, like on the normal setting, which I did play through on normal, it was kind of hard for me to go through like the certain stealth elements, because my really routine of playing a game that has stealth elements is like I go from cover to cover. Okay, take out this guy, go out to cover, then take out this other guy. But no, you can't do that in The Last of Us. You can't really be really speedy about it.
Yeah.
So what I ended up getting in scenarios was I would say, go to a clicker, use my shiv, kill the clicker, and then all of a sudden, a few seconds later, another clicker sneaks up from behind me, and then all of a sudden, like, where the hell did that thing come from? That happened once. And with the whole AI thing, with the AI partner and stuff, I never really encountered a lot of like nuisances about it that would end up getting me killed. I think that may have happened once throughout the entirety of playthrough, which, you know what, that's passable, that's okay. But there was this like one portion of the game, like towards the end, where I was heading off against this enemy, like NPC, this enemy character, right? And he was the only one left that I had not shot and killed, obviously. I'm like halfway across the map, right? And this is like during the last portion of the game. He's over there, he has his sights like not even looking at me. I go ahead, and with Joel, you know, I'm trying to target him in order to shoot him with, say, like, either my bow or somewhere else, and this is like halfway across the map. Every time I try to fire, shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. I try to go to a different direction. Shots fired. And I ended up having to use one of the little smoke grenades in order to blind him and finally melee attack him. But the point being is, during that one scenario, that was frustrating. That was frustrating me because here I am, I'm just willfully inside the hide, like inside behind cover, just taking my time, just going through, taking out these guards, and, you know, just that one dude just would not go down easily. But no, I think the main thing I had with The Last of Us, and I'm just saying this right now, The Last of Us is a great game, but the way I feel while playing the game really was the main reason why that I just did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Because it's, you know, the whole setting in the game, dark, dull, depressing, a lot of mature subject matters, a lot of like morality type of things coming into stuff. But no, really, it was just all together. I don't know. It just didn't really feel like the type of game that I really wanted to go back to after I finished.
No, that's kind of been the consent. Like even myself, it's one. I think I made it number 2 in my generation, and I admit the reason it's on my top 10 games of generation is because of that one playthrough where. I mean, is it the most fun game you're gonna ever? No, it's not fun. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the Uncharted style gameplay. I personally really enjoy the Uncharted shooting style and everything like that. I love sneaking games. The story is probably the best story outside of Mass Effect.
Yes.
As far as video games go,
I'll give it that.
I don't know. I think I agree with you that I mean it's one of those games where you kind of gotta force yourself through the game, but not. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's kind of a hard game. Like if I were to try to describe this and try to get someone to play this game, it's really hard to do. Other than saying it's a great story, it's like because you're not gonna have fun playing. Like you're not gonna have a lot of fun playing this game. It's gonna be. It's very depressing. It's like
Heck, the first 20 minutes of the game is fucking
Yeah,
depressing.
It gets
very.
worse from there, Knuckles.
It's almost
Trust me.
like playing a survival horror game.
It
And
is.
like it's like you play like you watch a movie like that's a horror movie. You want to be scared or you're on the edge of your feet the entire time. You're just, on the edge of your seat every time. You're just sitting there waiting for something to happen. And that's kind of the best way to describe it. It's a survival horror kind of game.
Well, Tyler, I mean, there's this one particular moment, towards the end of the game. It's like right before like the last the section here, where you're in a confrontation with this one dude, and it's totally a scene it's totally the feel from a slasher film, where you're just like try to hide, try to do this, try to do that, and stuff, and not trying to walk on conveniently on this one certain thing that'll get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
And just the whole feel of the game did really feel like a well fleshed out like horror film. And wouldn't you know it, one of the types of films I absolutely hate are horror films because I hate being that stressed. It was the only game that I can actually remember for once in a long time where I was playing the game and I would just be cursing on my damn TV because I would screw up and have like clickers kill me left and right, or have raiders or something like that find out where I was, or even when I was like, and another thing, about the raiders. When you first encounter them, your first instinctual thing is, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to avoid them and stuff like that. But after the third time I was killed, it's like, oh, no, screw these guys, I'm taking them all out. And the funny part about that, after I took them all out, and the one moment of zen that I had was, I go on to the next scene, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm hiding behind cover with Ellie, and I see one of the guards, like one of the guys, like rush and just informed like his buddies. It's like, oh god, they're dead. They're all dead. It's like, calm down. Like, why are they all like? What are you talking about? It's like, all the guys got this, and this. They're dead. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I did that, and you're next, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's very
know.
dark.
Oh yeah, but
It's very
I enjoy
dark.
it. That's kind of cool though. I think a sign of a good game is when it makes you feel like a badass though, and that's what sneaking games do for me. Like some of those stealth games where like. That's one reason why Metal Gear Solid is probably my favorite franchise ever made, is because it's just like you sneak around, you outsmart the AI, and you take these guys out one by one by one.
Yeah.
I think like the Batman games, the Arkham games did a great job of that as well. Where it's just like you just feel like you makes you feel good. You outsmarted these guys, and you took them out one by one, and you're scaring this. There's one guy left. He's freaking out, and you're just kind of toying with him,
I know, but there's
it's kind of like it's like a cat toying with like a mouse that's like about to die.
Yeah, you know what? There's a difference though between the things, say Batman, like the Batman games, the Arkham Asylum, Arkham, City stuff, and The Last of Us. For those guys, those raiders are pieces of crap and stuff like that. Man, either living or dead or something like that. It just gives you into that dark type of like thought and stuff like that. Okay, it's survival, you or them. It's that type of dark thinking where it's like it just kind of takes me aback a bit. It's like, oh, holy shit! I hope I don't do this type of stuff if that stuff actually happens. It's just crazy the amount of dark thoughts that go into like each things and stuff, and that's pretty much one of the reasons why I don't want to ever play that game again.
Yeah, it could take you to dark places here and there, but overall, I thought it was probably. I mean, now it's third because I ranked Assassin's Creed 4 above it. But yeah, I mean, I love those survival horror games. I thought that was one of the best games ever.
I'll tell you what, though, I understand how it got a lot of the Game of the Year accolades and stuff. But you know what? I'm just done. I'm glad I finished it. I'm glad that I played through it just to experience it. And it's funny. I actually traded it in today.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I rented it from Redbox, and I'm happy with that. If I would have bought it, I would have enjoyed it, but it's definitely not a replay. It doesn't have a lot of replayability to it.
No.
But let's go ahead and move on. Speaking of survival horror, actually, I just want to mention real quick. Outlast, is the free game for PS4 if you have PlayStation Plus on February 5th.
And everyone is excited about that except for me.
Actually, Knuckles had the pleasure of listening to me watch a YouTube video of it and. Basically cry like a little girl.
Really?
Do it. I love like like we were talking about with Last of Us. I love survival horror games and I love like horror movies and stuff like that. Yeah. So From what I could tell from this game, it's like you go into like a sane asylum, and a lot of people died in it, obviously. And you go in there with a video camera, and you got to record stuff for it. And there's all this creepy stuff happening. It's just, I don't know. It looks great. There's people of us were talking about getting into like a party together. It's a single player game, as far as I know, but getting into a party together and playing the game, and just like listening to everybody like scream, you just get scared. So I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I just want to let everybody know.
And I'd be that one guy there just recording everyone.
That's fine. I'll probably be screaming the loudest. But no, I just wanted to let everybody know that.
And probably more like a girl too.
I just want everybody to know that that's the free game. Comes out on Wednesday, February 5th, for PS4 only. And also, if this should be coming out on Saturday, but Zelda Four Swords Adventures is free on Nintendo 3DS until Sunday. So make sure you go ahead and download that if you haven't already.
Yes, and also,
you know, you say this real quick, Jack. You said this should be coming out on Saturday. I think we're probably one of the only podcasts that actually has that good of a turnaround time.
Yeah.
I know some of us actually, some podcasts, like, either go up the day they record or the next day, but those are people actually getting paid for it. And, like, our turnaround time is fucking ridiculous.
About 36 hours.
Yeah.
It's like whenever,
That's dedication, Holmes.
Like, normally we record on Wednesday. Gingerboy actually normally gets Thursday and Friday to edit it, and then around after I get off work Friday at Saturday at 1 a.m. Like I normally put it up right there.
Yeah, but lately, you know, we've been recording on Thursday, so I just as soon as I get home from work Friday, edit it, shave, shower, I go out. So
that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, to me, like I have a weird...
for our last week episode was probably pretty fucking.
Yeah,
easy.
well, that took me it probably almost took like an hour and a half to do last week's. But no, I have a weird thing where like things just like kind of bug me until I get them done.
Yeah.
So I just like to get them done out of the way, so I don't have to worry about it. So, no. But going on to, we actually have some topics to talk about this week.
Jack, what were we going to say?
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
just going to say, for those who have not downloaded that Zelda game, now is the perfect time, obviously, to download it, because since that was the free game that originally was out when the 3DS launched, so a lot of the people who were late adopters of it, download it now. It's pretty good. It's comparable. It's an actual playable version of the Four Swords thing without having, to be, like, having a couple other people with you and stuff to play it.
Yeah, we should get on and play that sometime here.
We should try it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play that game with people since like 2001 when it launched.
No, we all have it downloaded. Might as well do it right after we record it. If you're not going to go to sleep,
I'm gonna be going to sleep after this show. I gotta be up from like 5 in the morning. So I like to sleep. No, we're going on. We have some topics to talk about this week. We'll just jump into some Nintendo stuff here first. We'll discuss this happened a couple weeks ago, but Nintendo had a pretty rough 2013. Yep. I believe they projected they thought they would make like about $80 million.
And that in and of itself was generous.
You know, in US. Yeah, they thought they were gonna they projected they were gonna make about $80 million. I believe that's what they thought. They ended up losing about $50 million this year. Instead, so that's a good $140 million off. That's all, only $140 million. No, they projected that they would sell, I believe, about 9 million Wii U's for the end of 2014. Yeah, and they have lowered that to 2.8 million, so about 70%. They also lowered the 3DS. What they projected they projected they would sell 18 million by the end of 2014. They actually dropped it to 11.5, which I was surprised about. But 3DS has been the top selling system, I think, of actually all of last year. It was the highest selling system. But even that's not selling up to what they projected. but they started talking about how they had to change their strategy as a company, and there was some rumors coming out that they maybe were considering going to start becoming a third party company, going the Sega route and just making games for other consoles. But they have come out and vehemently denied that. So I just want to go through. Here is basically they made a new strategy for 2014, and I just want to kind of go through the strategy real quick. Give me a second here. I'm loading up the page. I want to read it verbatim, what it says here, if it ever loads. And here we go. So here, short version of basically what they plan on doing. Also, Satoru Iwata, the CEO of Nintendo, is taking a 50% pay cut until everything is fixed, which is pretty cool because a lot of people are wanting him gone.
Yeah,
which is understandable because that company's. Yeah, that's really cool because I think he had to do something because there's a lot of people wanting him to resign, but because this company's had the worst 3 years in the history. It's been around It's been around since 1896. But so here's what they wanted to do for their plan for 2014. Mario Kart 8 is coming out in May. They're not going to do a Wii U price cut. They already did one. They're not going to do it again. Nintendo is going to keep doing the gamepad. They're not going away from the Wii U. Nintendo will license its characters to other companies, but their franchises are still not going to non-Nintendo platforms. So basically, they've already done this before. You see that the Metro games get made by Retro, and Donkey Kong gets also made by Retro. So they've done it before. They have other companies make their games. They're going to be doing something with smartphones, but not going to be making games for it. They want to do something where they combine the DS, the DS store and the Wii U store and kind of make it one, which is something that needs to happen. I mean, the PSP and the PS3 did that 7 years ago, for God's sakes. There's no reason why they're not doing this now. And they also want to do something with doing some health monitoring stuff I'm not sure where they're going with that one, but they want to.
Supposedly, they're supposed to be beginning in April, maybe 2015. It's more or less venturing into an aspect of how they can previously, evolve a little bit past what they are initially doing. So by going this route, they're thinking about maybe having some sort of new type of, say, quality of life type of device where it may be something. Who knows? We don't know what exactly it is at the moment. It could be something related to, say, certain pieces of equipment that might help, when you're playing specific games, say how the Poke Walker you would think, with Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't think it's to the extent of Wii Fit.
Yeah, I wish they brought that back for the X and Y games.
I could have used that during X and Y.
Yeah, you actually level out your Pokemon. All you had to do was walk around.
I used that a lot during last year too because I was replaying Pokemon Soul Silver, I think it was, and I was using the Poke Walker to level up stuff. There was also another little piece of information that came out from that whole that Nintendo's that conference and stuff they had was yesterday or something like that. Something that's really interesting. That whole aspect where you're going to, say, play DS games potentially on the Wii U.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks pretty cool.
I mean, here's my thoughts about this. It's I understand. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, DS games on the Wii U. I mean, obviously, it would have made a better sense to have it for the 3DS since they've promised to have maybe Game Boy Advance games on the Virtual Console and quite possibly maybe have some sort of DS thing maybe on the 3DS a while ago. But my major concern with Nintendo is they are really slow with their VC game turnout. I'm talking about really, really slow. Say one, maybe two VC games maybe every couple weeks. And they have all these games. They have yet to drop a Game Boy Advance game on the Wii U's Virtual Console, let alone the 3DS's Virtual Console. I mean, the only Game Boy Advance games that I technically have on my 3DS are the freaking Ambassador Program things that originally came for after their first price cut of the device. So the thing about this, though, is if Nintendo really is trying to change their business strategies, one of their first focal points they should do is try to increase maybe the volume of classic games they release, weekly, because that would tide a lot of people over through the little, what was it, the dull months or some, the lull months between February and May.
Yeah,
I mean, look
the
what
summer
you got.
lulls.
Look what Nintendo's got from the release schedule. Donkey Kong.
I'd actually like a version of Pokemon Fire
Dude,
Red.
so would I. Like
3DS.
either Fire Red or whatever, you know? Just give us something, goddammit. I mean, we got A Link to the Past. Oh, hey, A Link to the Past. That's a fantastic game, but it's been released so many times on their services already. Like, for the Wii U, remade for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, we even got the sequel to it last year.
Yeah, just like a couple months ago.
But, like I'm saying, you know, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, that comes out next month. Like, I think it's either the 25th of February or whatever. And then you have 2 periods, 2 months, where there's no type of major release, and then May is Mario Kart. It's like, hello, there's an opportunity right here. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they got. I mean, March is probably a bad month to try to do anything big. I think that's pretty much booked, but you got April through July is just begging for some games. I mean, they got Mario Kart coming out, but I mean, you still got 3 other months in there that you could do something with. Like, just release. You don't have to release like Super Smash Brothers, but release some good older GameCube games or Game Boy Advance games or really good Super Nintendo games on there, and just kind of, you know, for people that have a Wii U, this gives them like people. I mean, people don't buy a lot of games during this time period. So people have gamers have excess money during this time. So this would be the prime time if you want to make some money. Release some really good, strong, you know, arcade titles, not arcade titles, but you know, older games. Like, I mean, look at like Xbox was perfect with. They had the Summer of Arcade, where every month in June and July, or every week in June and July every year, they release 5 or 6 really popular, like they are like, you know, really good arcade games, and they're all really good. We had like the Trials, we had the Limbo, Shadow Complex, Braid. There's another Trials game. There was 10 to 15 big games that I really enjoyed that I bought for $10-15 during that time span. You know, I think they're just. I mean, that is a prime time if they want to make some money. Release some big games right then and there.
They could have actually used that to their advantage for like releases that are coming out this year. I mean, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Why not release the original Donkey Kong Country games on their VC service? Or maybe for leading up to Mario Kart, hey, Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart 64 or maybe Double Dash if they actually did that. You know, that's the most logical sense in that situation. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm if they combine the stores in the eShops in the 3DS and the Wii U, that's great because there's games like Earthbound.
Earthbound
the name of the
title.
I'm thinking of
last year, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not
like,
sure.
there is no reason why that's on Wii U and not on 3DS. True. Like, that's the 3DS game. The 3DS could probably play GameCube games with no problem. There's no reason why you can't play a 15, 20-year-old game. Like, there's Super Metroid. There's a lot of great games I want to play. That I don't have a Wii U. Do I want a Wii U? Yes, but there's way too many games coming out soon that I want to buy, and I've already invested enough money to be able.
I would just love it to be able to play Super Metroid on the go. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I've always wanted to play Earthbound. For years, I've wanted to play Earthbound. Not enough to buy a Wii U though. But I mean, if it came out, I would gladly pay $10-15 on a 3DS to have it. You know. I don't know. I feel like they're losing a lot of money, and maybe this won't. I don't think this is not going to turn the company around. But these are little things that can make, you know, instead of maybe losing $50 million, maybe this could be $10 to $15, $20 million in profit. Because this doesn't cost them any money to put these games on the Virtual Console. If it does, it's very little. I mean, it's better to make some money off these games than no money.
The only thing that's really cost-wise Nintendo has to do here is like renew licensing to like a lot of the particular classic games that they have. It's up to them.
Yeah, but there's games they own. They own the freaking games. They're first-party games. They don't have money. That's one of the reasons why they should be, you know. It's... yeah, it's... I don't know. Like, I love Nintendo to death and everything. I want to succeed. The more good competition we got out there for consoles, the better. You know, if there was only one console, gaming would suck. But
well, you know what? The major thing
go
about
on.
with Nintendo, they're already acting like, okay, if the Wii U is only going to be released, like have games that are going to release to a certain niche about, you know, people that are just going to get Nintendo games and all this other stuff, hell, let's go ahead and go this way and then just take advantage of that and do this and do that. I mean, yeah, they're losing money, obviously, on this console, but at the same time, they don't want it to be like a colossal failure. I mean, to a certain extent, I mean, from their business meeting especially, it's like, I mean, Iwata actually went out and said that the gamepad was the weakest part of, like, you know, weakest part of that system.
Yeah. But they're not going away from the. I agree with them. Like with the gamepad is very expensive and it's they put a lot of money into this gamepad. It is too soon to go away from the Wii U. And there's talks of them having Nintendo Fusion, like it's be a console and a handheld. And I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I mean, I think it's a great idea to have basically the console and the. You want to separate the console and the handheld. I mean, you look at like what PlayStation has done with their handhelds. I mean, they try to make like the PS3 games, like they try to make Uncharted games or Killzone, but they try to make those games on the go, and like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. But I think what Nintendo has is smart with their handhelds is they give you a different experience that you can only get on handheld.
Yes.
And that's what like you can't get Pokemon on the Wii U. You know, you got to play it on there.
I think there is a Pokemon game on the Wii. So,
well, yeah, but I mean, like, you can't get the Pokemon like X and Y.
You can't get the adventure.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
the ones that everybody buys and wants to play. You like they give you stuff that is completely different from what the Wii U or the Wii or the GameCube, so on and so forth, can give you. And I think that they're smart with that. And if they do the fusion thing, I think that's great. But I think they need to keep if they try to go for. You know, try to go with what PlayStation does with theirs is just try to give you, you know, if they want to release Mario Kart 9 on the Wii U and Mario Kart 9 on the 3DS, I don't like where that's going. You know, I don't want a smaller version of a game I can own on the console.
I mean, already they're like laying down the foundation of their future like consoles and handhelds and stuff, especially with their Nintendo ID, like you were just talking about, the whole possibility of like connecting like the handheld and the accounts from the handheld and the console things together, so that we're talking about like having the games not registered for like the particular type of systems like they are now, but like towards like your ID, like say how PSN does with the Vita and the PS3 to that certain extent. So yeah, I would totally see like down the line if say a lot of the rumors have some merit, like between their next type of Pokemon games that they might be coming out with, say. Who knows when? 2015, 2016? Who knows? Maybe earlier. But this whole aspect of like having a console that also works as a handheld, or you know, something like that just blows my mind in a way, because here you have like the experience of like just connecting it to your TV, working this and working that now and stuff, and then taking it with you on the go. Just all these console-like experiences right then and there. Without like streaming across country with this type of say, you know, with the remote play stuff with the Vita and all that stuff.
So Knuckles, you've been a little quiet. What do you think about all this?
Well, first off, I've never really been a fan of Nintendo back until the GameCube, and after the GameCube, I went to the more hardcore, quote, hardcore consoles, and I believe Nintendo is actually going to they're going to do whatever they can to get money that they've lost between the Wii U sales and the between the Wii U and like that loss of money, and well, I don't know. It's just I believe Nintendo's out the door with it. Nintendo, unless they become a full like handheld studio developer and company, they're going to be out the door within the next couple of probably in the next 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like they've lost a lot of money in the Wii U, but you gotta look at the PS3. That thing Sony didn't make money off that. They were in the hole on that by they lost a lot of money on that console up until they didn't start making money on it until like 2010.
Yeah.
Now it's 3 or 4 years into the cycle they didn't start making money, and then we're what, a year and a half in, and people are freaking out about thinking this is a disaster, and it very well could be. I think there is a chance that I believe Nintendo will go one more console, home console at least, before they consider going to if it fails, before they consider going just third party. I think they'll still always do handhelds because handheld is the only thing making them money. But I think they could do like their big console games will be if the next console fails, be Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, it's like once they start making home consoles, all their first party games like Pokemon and or probably not Pokemon that might stay on the handhelds, but Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Those titles are going to the other consoles no problem, faster than anything else.
Yeah.
And the Sony and Microsoft fans will buy them quickly.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
Well, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going ahead, Knuckles. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right,
No,
no
continue.
problem. Well, I don't really see that happening at all with Nintendo, really, because with their development things for their hardware, especially with their things before, they are a company that's known to ride with their ideals up until like the end of the console cycle. I mean, they went with the Wii.
Oh, and I believe they will up until the company is about to go bankrupt.
I don't think they're nowhere. They made so much money on the DS and the Wii that they can afford this blunder with the Wii U.
Yeah, they can afford it, but the handheld market is only going to go so far.
Yeah,
and you release one, maybe two more home consoles. Like that's going to put them down because there's no third-party support for the Wii U as it is right now.
Yeah,
and it's not going to last very long. But what I was just say is crap. I forgot. Like personally, I enjoyed the Wii. I enjoyed Nintendo when back in the Super Nintendo, 64, and the GameCube. Not many people actually enjoyed the GameCube, but I did.
It's the best console ever made. I honestly, I believe that. I'm not even being sarcastic. That's my favorite console ever made.
But yeah, I just don't think they have a lifespan past handhelds. Like you can talk to any person, like anyone that owns a 360 or 360 Xbox One, PS3, PS4, or any parent that is oblivious. They probably think the Nintendo consoles are the toy consoles.
Yeah, they're still kind of in that point. They're still kind of toys more.
And Nintendo's audience isn't interested in the toys anymore. It's those kids are wanting to play games like Call of Duty and all those other
those kids that wanted the Wii are now 16, 17 years old
and wanting to play Call of Duty with the 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah,
and it's like they're losing their demographic, and they can't change it.
You look, I mean, they have the casual demographic, and then the Kinect came out. And now the Wii created something big with the motion controls, but then Kinect took that 10 steps further.
Think so.
You didn't have controllers at this. No, from the point of you play people as far as casual gamers go, they enjoy the dancing games and some of the fun party games and the moving around parts of it. And but the motions didn't work as well as the Kinect does. When Dance Central, you actually got to dance. If I want to play dance, if there's a Dance Central type game like a Just Dance on Wii, I can move my arm around and fake dance all I want. But with
That's what Just Dance was.
yeah, but I mean, then the Kinect came out, and it took that and it blew it away. Then you had Kinect Adventures, where like you can do rafting and you actually had to move your whole body, and it recorded the whole thing.
I had a Wii, and the only thing I actually think I still have it, but I had a Wii. The only thing that was played on was Wii Sports, Mario Kart with that little steering wheel, and Just Dance, which my little sister had.
Nah.
And I was like, okay, that was
that
it.
wasn't much at all.
So
No, I play a lot of the first party games. I just I'm a left-hander, and trying to use the right hand with I don't know, just I think it was backwards for me with being a lefty. So trying to play some of those games was always kind of tough.
No, not so much for me though. I mean, I've played through specific games that were specifically made for the Wii Remote. Games like Zack and Wiki Quest for Barbarossa's Treasure, which took full advantage of like the game itself with a point-and-click type of style of gameplay, plus a lot of crazy type of elements. Even games like No More Heroes with some of the aspects of, say, using the Wii Remote as a phone. I know, not that technologically advanced, but it's like just little things like that.
hey, you say it's not technologically advanced, but that's what inspired PlayStation Move and Kinect.
What?
Yeah,
You're right
And
though.
those two, well, maybe not Move.
well, no, the Move is
Kinect's
a blatant
booming.
copy of the Wii.
I know.
So
Yeah, it's
But
HD
you know what,
Wii.
Kinect,
yeah.
to Kinect's
Before
credit,
Wii U,
well, you
but-
well,
mentioned
you know what? To Kinect's credit, that little device there sold like over a couple million just easily because of that stuff.
Well, it sold a couple million because it was force spawned with Xbox Ones and most cheap 360s.
yeah, and a lot of people bought the 360s for the Kinect though. But I mean, you talk about those No More Hero and Zack and Wiki games. Those games were third-party games made specifically for
Yes,
the
they
Wii.
were.
And
What was
those
that?
games-
What was that? Mad World?
Mad World
yeah,
was
that
another one, yeah. The black and white game, yeah. But those are games that are made specifically for the Wii, from third-party developers. And those games are just few and far between, and it's even lesser so now than it was on the Wii than it now today.
That's very true.
You know, how many exclusive third-party games have we had? Wonderful 101 came out, but I mean, look at the future, like the other than Bayonetta 2, which the only reason Bayonetta 2 is exclusive to the Wii U is because Nintendo's essentially paying
because
for it.
they weren't going to make it
No, but-
otherwise.
Well, that's all exclusives are now.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
paying for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bayonetta 2 is kind of a weird choice when it was a niche game, and then I mean it sold well, but it wasn't like it wasn't like it wasn't a big huge seller where it sold 5 million copies. This thing barely sold 1 million.
The original Bayonetta, that
barely
only sold maybe to
anything.
like modest sales, really, but still.
It sold barely 1 million, which is 1 million's good for a game, but
1 million times 60, yeah, that's pretty good. But
yeah, but I mean,
not for-
games aren't
it's not
cheap. That game
AAA
could have cost
title.
$40-50 million though, so to make. But I mean, we've spent enough time on Nintendo. Let's move on to some.
We'll move on to Microsoft.
Let's go move on to Microsoft. Microsoft came out with
Next up, Sony.
it's a Sony Microsoft bit of a thing here. So Microsoft, the store, Microsoft stores, it has a deal that if you trade in your PS3, they'll give you $100 credit so you can get an Xbox One for $400.
Well, to be fair, the deal is also
As
for
well.
360.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, the deal is also for if you want to trade in your PS3 or your 360, you can get $100 off not PS4, but Xbox One if you buy it then.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the 360, you have to have either an Elite or a recent Slim
I have that
to
one.
get that
sounds
full
like
$100.
I have that one. So if I trade in both of them, will I get it for $300?
Maybe, but
Still not interested.
no. But people have been running with it, and it's like as a big PS3, fuck you to Sony.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I really do want to go to the Microsoft store, and right as they're taking those PS3s, I want to be behind that. I want to be at that dumpster collecting all those PS3s that they're throwing away, because you know they're not selling those PS3s.
I think they do
back.
sell. They do sell. Like I think they do sell some PlayStation games there.
At the Microsoft store?
I believe they do have some.
Jeez.
I think that I don't know. I mean, they don't have any around here, but I thought I heard that they do sell those, but I could be wrong. But I think it's smart though from the fact that you can
it's smart though.
But it's kind of at the same time it's funny. I mean, if you have PlayStation Plus though, there's no reason why you should be selling your PS3 right now. But you get 3 free games.
I regret that. I regret that now, seeing how I missed out on Metro last lot.
Payday 2.
And
what?
Payday 2.
You got BioShock Infinite last month.
BioShock
Let me
Infinite
say
was
this
last
one thing,
fucking
though.
month.
I actually had the thought today about actually trading in my PS3 with all the stuff that I had on it towards the PS4. But then I stopped myself. I looked at the games that I have right now, looked at the stuff that I'm getting on PSN Plus, and then for the next month, and I'm saying, what the fuck am I thinking? I need something to play here.
Oh, see, I thought I was out of money and I
me
need cash
as well.
now.
Just real quick, Jack, are you purchasing the PS4 games on PlayStation Plus still?
Wait, what?
Are you signing in to the U.S.
Yes.
PlayStation website?
And purchasing? Okay. Just want to make sure because
Because those 3 indie
Yeah,
titles.
I've already got 'em.
Contrast and Resogun come off on
Contrast,
Wednesday.
Resogun, and Don't Starve. I've already got those.
Okay, I just want to make sure because the first 2 come off on Wednesday. I still haven't played Contrast. I played Don't Starve for like 5 minutes.
Jump.
But I'm really excited about Outlast. Oh my god, I'm really excited.
Really excited to piss your pants.
Yes, I love doing that. It's my thing. No, I think it's a smart idea though.
See, the reason why I'm not excited for that game, and I'll admit it now, is because I enjoyed Alan Wake, but with Alan Wake I had a gun to shoot the fuckers.
You have a video camera. You can record you dying.
Yeah, you record your fucking stuff dying.
Oh,
You can't
it's gonna be so
attack.
freaking awesome.
You can't attack the fucking people that are trying to
Brother,
attack
that
you.
sounds like
Yeah,
bullshit.
God damn it! I don't want to do it.
it's like
like
Dead Space
run
without
or
guns.
die.
It's gonna be so
It's
good.
like run or die.
Yes.
And I was like,
Oh, I can't wait.
Sometimes run and die.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it on Friday nights though because I work in a giant warehouse on the set on Saturdays. So I'm not gonna play it then. But I'll play it like Saturday afternoon through
And then the
Thursday.
music
It's
starts
good
playing
though.
in the
It's
background.
prime time to play it.
It's like, what the hell? No.
No, I just can't wait to get in the parties with people and play the game. And
And then suddenly Slender Man will appear out of no fucking nowhere. And
as long as the clown from It doesn't show up, I'll be fine. If that happens, I'm done.
Okay,
I laughed
this
at that
job,
fucking
I'm
clown,
going.
man. That clown was fucking retarded.
Love that movie. But moving on, we'll keep on with the Microsoft stuff here. Microsoft has officially purchased the rights to Gears of War because apparently Gears of War still has a lot left in it. The franchise.
Yeah, because after you destroy both armies, there's not really much left.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's smart of Microsoft.
I guess you can go to prequel territory.
They've already done that.
No game.
Well, I mean,
Continue into prequel territory.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Halo did it. I mean, is that like the Microsoft thing now? Take all their main franchises after they do the trilogy, just go prequels with them. They did it with ODST and Reach.
The thing with Halo is
Yeah.
that story can continue, which it has with Halo 4.
Yeah, and if now 5's coming out
And,
soon.
who knows when,
But Gears of War, that's unless they have some weird enemy that comes back out of Sarah.
They can continue the story, no problem. But I don't know. I think it's smarter of them to do it because Epic own the rights to it, but they just made the games for Microsoft through 360. But it's smart because if you look at those games, made them over $1 billion. Those 4 games alone. I mean, Judgment was still a fun game. For me, I don't play the games for the story. I think it's just kind of fun to play the game. Get 3 friends together and play through the games. So I think those games. I think it needs a break. I mean, they made 4 of those games in 6 years. So I mean, between 2000, go ahead.
That isn't as bad as what Assassin's Creed does, Ubisoft does, and Activision does.
Yeah, very true. But I mean, when you look at some of the Assassin's Creed games, they do improve upon themselves. I feel like Gears of War hasn't done much as far as core gameplay goes.
I feel like it was a downgrade from Gears 3 to Judgment.
I enjoy what Judgment tried to do with the adding a little, like, you can do
competitive horde mode.
Well, not so much that. I mean, in the storyline, where the campaign, where, like, you can choose to make the game harder for yourself by doing, like, things that, I mean, but...
Oh, those fucking ridiculous tasks.
Yeah, the extra task was kind of fun.
Like,
I thought that was kind of a...
You could go through this game, or you can go through this level in a sandstorm.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of fun. It made the game a little more difficult.
That's kind of a pain in the ass when you're already playing on the harder difficulty.
Very true. I know, because you kept dying, and everybody was mad at you, because we're all playing on normal, and you're playing on the hardest setting. No, I feel like the game needs a break. I'm actually more interested in what was the game? The People Can Fly. They made Judgment. What was the weird game they made with you can do the combo kills? The Bulletstorm. I want a sequel to that from Epic more than I wanted a Gears of War game.
All it was all Bulletstorm was a tech demo for arcade mode for Gears 3.
Yeah, that's fine. That game was amazing. I want a sequel to that before I get another Gears of War. I'm a huge fan of the Gears of War. I have all 4 games still sitting for my 360. I refuse to sell them. So what do you guys think? Jackie, we'll start with you. What do you think of this whole thing?
The aspect of Microsoft acquiring the Gears of War franchise, I mean, hell, it's the most obvious move since that's made them so much money in the past. But at the same time, it's like, what the hell else are you gonna make like inside this franchise that would make sense? I mean, the most obvious scenario would be to redo like the Gears of War franchise. Maybe the aspect of rebooting
reboot a 5-year-old game.
I mean, totally doing something different in the same universe as another. But
yeah, they could do what Mass Effect's doing, just get new characters and everything like that, and just do something completely different.
I forgot all about the side story. I was thinking
of story?
Well, yeah, there is a story, but I was actually thinking of prequel and sequel. I forgot about the side story arcs. Like, how Judgment went with a prequel side story, but you had two of the characters from the original trilogy.
Coltrane, baby! Woo!
Well, let's see. The last thing that I wanted to touch upon was, like, they could potentially, remake the games and stuff as sort of an HD type, not HD. They're already in HD.
A 4K.
One type of classics.
How are they going to HD remake an HD game? I'm curious. It's even HDer. I want to see that. I want to see that.
That's why I said 4K.
I hope that's the case. I want games like that. I want like the Uncharted trilogy on PS4, the HD versions.
HD, VVD, VVD.
Versions. That'd be awesome.
But yes.
I want to cut it. So I was reading an article from Kotaku. So Resident Evil 4, they finally are porting it. They did an HD remake for. It's coming out on Steam. I think it's already out, or
it's already out.
It's already out. So it's already out. No, so Kotaku had an article, and here the headline was: Resident Evil 4 looks even better in HD.
Oh shit!
I know. I'm like, wow. You mean to tell me that a game from 2001 looks better?
That was based on a GameCube.
Yeah, it looks better in 2014. Wow.
Oh shit!
Was it 2005? Yeah, it was about 2004, 2005. Still, I know that was funny. Go on.
That's pretty much what I want to touch base with. They could just basically just release the first 3 Gears games on the Xbox One in some sort of collection disc scenario.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I don't.
They'll probably use it as a promotion to promote the new Gears game.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a new Gears game, I'm sure, before 2015's over. But I don't know. I feel like games need a break. I mean, look at Naughty Dog did. They knew Uncharted needed a break, so they gave.
I want a new Jack and Daxter. Speaking of Naughty Dog,
you mean you want a new Uncharted 4?
No, new Jack and Daxter.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Or just maybe Jack 4.
Well, you can get
reimagining,
or you can get Uncharted 4. That's what they're doing now.
I don't know what Naughty Dog is really doing besides Uncharted, but even that,
No, they're actually doing Last of Us 2.
Oh, they are. They did announce there is Last of Us 2 is in development.
We probably won't see it until 2016, maybe.
Last of Us 2. The Last of Us even
Yes.
more.
The Last of
Even
Us.
less.
Its sequel.
The even less of us.
That would be
rest of us.
I want that to be the title. Last of Us
Even
2,
less.
even less of us.
It just has one person on the cover.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
the one of us.
The one of us.
oh man, that's a great title. I want that to be the title.
Just the one of us.
I can make it if I try.
That's all gonna play in the background and stuff. All these with other
Oh, that'd be
or something
great.
like that. Just swarming through the clickers.
Oh, that game needs to come out for the PC. That game, The Last of Us, needs to come out for the PC so that mod can be made. Oh, man.
Oh, that's
Played by Macho Man Randy Savage.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah, these clickers.
Oh man.
We'll hunt some of these
Clickers are everywhere. Time for me to snap into a Slim Jim.
I'm gonna bring it up again, but I want Ultimate Warrior to be your AI partner. He just runs through the map.
He just goes and just clotheslines all the damn clickers. Just does a damn body splash
Oh,
on
my
them.
God.
It's like, oh,
Oh.
beef jerky. Oh man.
Oh man, this is great.
I was actually falling asleep through
Freaking
that Nintendo
The
talk,
Last of Us
but-
turns into like this pro
I'm really
wrestling
enjoying
type
this
of like
now.
hybrid and stuff. Instead of The Last of Us, it's just called the Mega Power Team.
Oh, see, now
Mega
you're just
Power
taking
of
it too
us.
far.
No, we did talk about
Nice.
this last week though. If they ever made like wrestling mods for Steam
Yes.
games, I'd buy them all. I want a Last of Us on PC, and I want that mod of Randy Savage and Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior is Ellie, and then Randy Savage is Joel.
Oh my god.
That's all I need.
Oh, man.
Oh, Naughty Dog, make it so.
No, Naughty Dog put it on PC so the
God.
modders can make it.
Tyler,
Yes.
just carry on, man. This is going to be going down the rabbit hole too much.
Oh man, no, I don't. We peaked.
We've climaxed, now it's time to take a
Yeah.
nap.
So should we go ahead and just head on out here, guys?
Yeah.
Start doing the end of the show. Wrap up. All right. Alrighty.
Oh, damn.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this week. What's going on with our wrestler of the week?
Whoa,
Whoa!
um,
Whoa!
Do you want to, since we were just on the topic of Naughty Dog, do you want to talk about the PlayStation? Real
Yeah, we
quick?
can do that real quick. So it's come out that the PlayStation Now, right now,
The PlayStation Now, right now?
yes, PlayStation Now, right now, will only, damn it. So, for the foreseeable future of the PlayStation Now, they will only play PS3 games for now.
I'm cool with it.
No, so that's the plan, that they don't have any. They want to eventually have PS1 and PS2 games on
Hey,
it.
real quick.
Go on.
Real quick. See, if you listen, this podcast is an example of Tyler Courtney having sex. Once he climaxes, he can't do anything
Yeah,
else.
pretty disappointing. I mean, the whole
He can't slow down. He can't go rebuild back up.
He starts
He
slurring
just
his speeches until
passes
the
out,
collapses
pretty
on
much.
his bed.
Yeah, usually there's a sandwich involved afterwards, but I don't see a sandwich coming anytime soon. Yeah.
All right, continue.
So the plan is for the PlayStation Now. I'm only going to try to say now once. Damn it.
You want me to
No,
do
I
it?
got it. I'm going to do
PlayStation
it.
Now, in the now.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Of course, it's
I'm
gonna be
good.
happening now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Not now, but
Coming?
future now.
Coming now.
Now. Title of this episode is now. That's the title.
Now,
Last of Us
again,
2,
and before
now.
now.
But yeah, so they're only going to be playing PS3 games at launch. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think from what I read, it's like they're only PlayStation Now is actually going to be focusing only on PS3 games
For now.
And, no now involved except for the title. Well, unless you're saying PlayStation Now is now only going to be playing PlayStation 3 games, but yeah, But there also Sony mentioned that PS4 is also getting a PS1 and PlayStation 2 emulator separate of
Cool.
PlayStation Now.
Now.
And yeah, it was like, but it was like the place you can play PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games up-res to 1080p. And what do y'all think about it? Like being able to, what do you think of it being two separate things?
Sucks.
It sucks. What if the PS1, PS2 emulators allows you to actually play it, play your PS1 and PS2 disc on your PS4?
I just want to stream the damn games. I don't.
Okay, well, there's another option for that too, where you can buy the PS1 and PS2 games, and PlayStation Now comes in. You can stream all your PS3 games.
Okay, just do that then. Like we talked about the Nintendo earlier with their games.
Yeah.
Just fucking release them. I will buy their.
I just want them.
I want them
just
now.
now.
Just give me the damn games now, please. Good God.
Mow, Diddy Mow.
Yeah. I don't even.
I don't care. I just want it now. PlayStation
Mow, Diddy
Now.
Mow.
I don't care how I get the games. I don't care how I get the games. Just give me the games. Like allow me if I have to pay for them piece by piece. If I can stream them like a Netflix style.
All right, you say that. You say piece by piece. What would you? How much would you actually pay for game by game or service by service?
If it would,
No, you're also paying for PlayStation Plus.
okay, so let's.
Well,
I
not for
this
a
will be
year
different.
anyway, but
I think they've already said that you don't have to have PS Plus to have PlayStation Now.
Right.
But I mean, so are we saying?
No, but comment as from a person who's paying for PlayStation Plus right now.
Yeah, now.
And maybe you get a discount.
Meow. PlayStation Meow. So
That's our title right
PlayStation
there.
Meow. Well, that works for me. So are we saying that every?
That was kind of creepy.
Yeah, don't do that again, please. Are we talking every PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 game are on PlayStation Meow?
No, the PlayStation 1 and 2 emulator. But most, probably at launch, not all PlayStation 3 games are going to be on PlayStation.
I really don't
Now,
care to
but
play any. Like Metal Gear Solid 4 is the only game I actually would want to play again.
I'm sure like all their main exclusives are going to be on the PlayStation
Yeah,
Meow at launch.
The PlayStation Meow. I've already played all the games on PS3 I want to play. Like the only one, like I said, the only one I want to actually like to play again is Metal Gear Solid 4. If like,
See, you say Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm thinking I want to go back and play Borderlands and all the games that I left behind on the PS3.
yeah,
And isn't Left Behind a title for PlayStation game?
I think it was.
I don't know, but
What the hell are we talking
I
about?
just want to play PlayStation Now.
Meow.
But yeah, I just want to be able to play the games I left behind, and it'd be nice to play some games that I missed or didn't really get into.
Yeah.
But with the PS1 and PS2 games, maybe Kingdom Hearts 1 and
That's
2.
it. For me, those are the only two games from PS1 and 2 that I like. PS1, there's really no big game. Crash Bandicoot Warped, but I already own that on PS3.
Maybe for PS1, Resident Evil
Nah,
up to
$2 maybe. I'd pay for that. But
I actually think I have that on the PS3. But God, what was the other PlayStation game? Jack, what? While I'm thinking, what
Well,
do
the
you
whole
think
aspect
about
of
this?
like having PS1 games and PS2 on that PlayStation Now service, or like just
No, it's going to be PS1 and PS2 games are going to be on a separate emulator.
Oh. Well, you know what?
What I was asking is like, what do you think of it, and how much would you actually pay for both
Well, you know what? I
services?
think that
or game by game
the
basis.
separate emulation
anyway.
thing kind of sucks in general, because it's like something completely different than what they do with the PS3, which they can't really emulate PS3 games at all. But at the same time,
Which is why
yeah,
the PlayStation
exactly.
Now
That's
service
probably
is
the only
coming.
reason why they're doing the service, is because they can't necessarily emulate it to that extent. But
to me, what's the point of doing PlayStation Meow if you're gonna have PS1 and PS2?
You're not gonna let that go.
No, I'm not. PS1. What's the point of doing it if PS1 and PS2 games are gonna be sold separately? You know, I mean, put them all on one thing. I don't know. Like if I want to play the PS3 games, like PS3 is not too expensive nowadays. Like you can get one for like $120 used.
And about 6 months, you might be able to get one for $100.
Yeah, and then you can go out and buy all those games that you want to play on for cheap, and then you can have.
And
them.
then you can pay like $50 for a terabyte hard drive.
Yeah, and you got them all. And if you got PlayStation Plus, even better. You know, I don't know. I just feel like if they're gonna have two separate services, it's just kind of pointless. That you've destroyed the point of PlayStation.
In terms of,
PlayStation
price and stuff, I could possibly see myself if, say, it was added on to the PlayStation Plus service. In actuality, I probably would pay maybe $20-30 a year, maybe for something like that. But only if it actually has type of games.
Say if you got a. Alright, so $20
like
is going to be what you pay for a year.
Yeah.
A minimum of $20, and alright, say it was probably for both services together, probably around $35, but you got a discount probably about 15% with if you're a PlayStation Plus. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure they'd roll out a discount plan if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
Yeah, I think they've already kind of said
Maybe,
they give you a discount.
Maybe a free PS2 game a month.
Alright, I'll just take Kingdom Hearts 1, and the next month I'll take Kingdom Hearts 2. And then I'll cancel it.
But, yeah. Alright, well, I'd probably pay, like you said, Jack, $20
Nah.
on top of my PlayStation.
10. It's like $13 tops.
Well, see, $20 if they're separate services, $10 if they're together.
I think like 10 for both combined.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 10 for both, or 10 for both combined, or probably like 15 maybe. I don't know.
15 top. I think 50. They go any higher than 15.
15, yeah, 15 is probably highest I actually might go.
I don't know. It's kind of curious because we don't know what's going to be available when the PlayStation now comes out. I can't say it.
You can't even say it.
I can't say it normal now. Meow 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 meow.
That sounds like that clown from Simpsons. God,
Krusty?
Krusty the Clown? Yeah.
That was weird. No. But look.
But yeah, I wouldn't pay for the emulator unless there was like really good games I wanted to play.
Yeah, I'd buy out the 2 games I want and I'd be done with it. I'd actually come prefer the emulator over PlayStation Now.
I was going to be saying Meow.
Now, PlayStation Now, just because like I said before, like I've said 5 times already, I just want to play like 2 or 3 games and I'd be done with it. I'd rather just buy those a la carte and then be done with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd probably prefer the separate, like, pay whatever game you for whatever you
I mean,
want.
if you didn't have a PS3, or if there's a lot of games you want, if you're the kind of guy that likes to go back and play some older games,
if you're an expat coming over to the PS4, the PS3 streaming is going to be great for you.
Yeah. Or if you just love playing older, going back and playing games again, but I don't know.
Jack.
Yeah, you can play Last of Us again.
Sorry, I coughed. I meant to say Jack.
Yeah. Just cupping the balls. Anyways, let's go ahead and end the show now.
Sometimes you actually have to get a check. You have to do like a little check to see if everything's in order.
Yeah, you gotta do it yourself. Yeah, I understand. But we'll go ahead and go on to Jackie Boy. What is your wrestler for the week?
Okay, this is going to be kind of awkward since I lost my list on the last computer. But I'm going to go ahead and search in my... I actually made that list, too.
Made that list.
It's so ironic. It was so ironic.
I was actually... what you don't know, real quick, what you don't know, Gingerboy, is like... He was talking about how he needed to look for some niche wrestlers. And I was like, why not just make a list? And that way you don't have to actually do it off the cuff. And he made the list, but he didn't make it on
I only used it for like 1 week,
you didn't go to the
and then
cloud?
all of a sudden it's like, oh god, it's all gone. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick one then. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Warlord. Now, the Warlord is an old WWF like wrestler from back in say like the late 80s, early 90s. And pretty much the most infamous moment, say, with this warlord is when he had for the longest time having the time of being eliminated the quickest out of all the other wrestlers and stuff. That was later, in the Royal Rumble.
In the Royal Rumble,
that would obviously be eclipsed and stuff by Santino Marella years later, and then the Godfather. But
the Godfather was last year. That was pretty funny.
God, what was his name? Dimitri. Was it Dimitri? He got into the Royal Rumble and just got closed-lined by Kane.
Probably did, but no. But I know. But Santino does have the record. It's 1.6 seconds.
Jeez, that is short.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like having sex with Knuckles.
And how he would know that, I wonder.
You wish.
Well, anyway, this is going to be a short one this week, so that's it. The Warlord.
Okay, very nice. Do we have a random Twitter follower of the week, Knuckles?
I'm trying to... actually had it before we recorded. I forgot what the joke was, but there's some shit on Twitter, but... I'm gonna have to do this real quick. Okay, Candace Cassandra at Candace Hates You. I think she's a writer for Big Red Barrel. And I don't know. I can't find any decent tweets by her to follow her.
She doesn't tweet anything interesting, but you should follow her.
It's a courtesy follow.
Yeah.
If you have,
tell her Knuckles sent you.
No, don't please. Or actually, yeah, you can do that. Just don't tell her what I said.
Just tell her to listen to the show and she can find it herself.
But yeah, tell her to listen to the show. Start at episode 2.
Oh, here you go.
And stop at episode 32.
And then continue at 34.
Yeah. But yeah, follow Candace Hates You, and she might follow you back. She might not.
50-50
Probably
chance.
not. Don't count on it.
Yeah.
28% chance. Anyways, so I think that will wrap up our show for the week. Check us out. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, Drunk Dash Nerds on there. We also have a Facebook page. Like us on there, Drunk Dash Nerds again. We also have a Twitter account. Knuckles, what is it again?
Twitter is at drunk_nerds.
Yes, that. So follow that. And also go check out our forums on drunk-nerds.proboards.com. Birds. Yeah. It's this new cool thing we're trying out. It's like a thing.
You're apparently doing something I do not know about.
It's the prequel to Last of Us. So we are going to head out for the week. I was Gingerboy.
Oh, you know what? I'm the Jack of Hearts.
I've been the one of us.
Yes. And we will see you next week.
We'll see.
Wow. Excuse me. Few too many beers there. Anyways, we're on iTunes now, so go on there, check us out, and if you like us, leave us a review, and we'll even shout you out. And Jack will send you his credit card number.